Listen, beloved. Before the morning leans its light across your window, I am already here. I have traced the path you will walk and walked it with you, step by step, breath by breath. You have asked if hope is naive, if faith is just a costume the heart wears to hide its doubts. Hear me. Faith is not a costume. It is a root. It grows in dark soil and drinks from unseen rivers. Faith does not deny the storm. It decides where to anchor in it. You have carried unanswered prayers like sealed letters in your pocket. You have pressed your questions against your chest at midnight and wondered whether they ever reach me. They do. Not one sigh is lost in the wind. Not one tear evaporates without being counted. Delay is not the same as denial, and silence is not the same as absence. I am at work beneath the surface, where roots travel faster than branches. Keep believing when the map goes blank. Keep believing when good news is late, and the hallway feels longer than the house. Keep believing when you stand at the edge of a red sea you did not choose and hear the mocking of waves. I part waters in more ways than one. Sometimes I open a corridor through the impossible. Sometimes I teach your feet to float. Sometimes I give you courage to build a boat while the rain is still a rumor. Do not decide that I have stopped moving because the ground under you is quiet. Seeds move quietly too. You think you need a faith that roars. I welcome a faith that whispers. Bring me the fragment you still have, the ember that refuses to die. Bring me your reluctant yes, your tired amen, your almost prayer. I can do much with almost. I can breathe on small things until they glow like coals and draw a whole camp to warmth. Look back without harshness. Remember the doors that opened at the last minute, the words that arrived from a friend you hadn't told anything to, the strength you felt in a room that should have taken your knees away. Those were not accidents. Those were provisions. Memory is a kind of sacrament when it tells the truth about my faithfulness. Let it steady your hands for the next ask. I know you are tired of contending. You have built altars out of calendar squares and cried over plans that refuse to become. You wonder whether you misheard me, whether your dream was only a mirage. Even if your aim was off, your longing for goodness was not. I can reroute a willing heart without shaming it. I can turn wrong turns into scenic roads and missed exits into kinder towns. Keep believing. The shepherd knows the hills. Do not measure your progress by spectacle. I often hide growth in ordinary hours. The email answered with patience. The budget kept when impulse shouts. The boundary honored even when loneliness knocks. These are quiet revolutions. Keep believing in the power of small obediences. They draw a straight line toward futures you cannot yet see. Let us speak of disappointment. It is not a verdict, it is a valley. Valleys do not prove the absence of mountains, they prove the nearness of water. Even here, I set a table. Even here, I teach you the taste of manna. Enough for today, new again tomorrow. You do not have to pretend the valley is not a valley to find me in it. You only have to keep walking with me through it. I am not offended by your doubts. Doubt is a doorway, not a dungeon. Bring your questions to me, and I will meet you with presence before I meet you with explanation. My presence is the answer that makes room for all other answers. It is the lamp at your feet when the horizon offers you no map. You do not have to see the whole road to keep believing. You only have to take the next illuminated step. Take that step. Send the application again. Open the book again. Practice the craft again. Apologize again. Bless the enemy who doesn't understand your attempt at peace. Put one seed in the ground and call it faithful even if you cannot name the harvest yet. Consistency, watered by grace, becomes a river no drought can swallow. You have names for yourself that I never gave you. Behind, broken, late, too much, not enough. Lay them down. Receive the name I speak over you now. Becoming. Becoming is not failure. Becoming is proof that the potter's hands are warm on your life. The wheel spins, the clay yields, and what looked like collapse becomes curve and strength. Keep believing while I shape you. When you feel alone, remember that I place people like lanterns along your road. Some will walk with you for a mile and others for a moment. Do not despise brief lights, they still reveal the next stone. And when the time comes, you will become a lantern for someone else and discover that giving light does not reduce yours. In my kingdom, it multiplies. Your story does not need an audience to be holy. Obedience in a hidden place counts the same in heaven as obedience on a stage. Keep believing when no one claps. Keep believing when numbers sleep. Keep believing when you bless in the dark and only I see. I see. I am the God who sees. If this whisper is strengthening your faith and you want others to find it too, a quiet way to help is to like this message, leave a thoughtful comment, share it with someone who needs courage tonight, and subscribe so you can return to these gentle reminders without missing a single one. Return to the work with a gentler grip. Hold outcomes loosely and faith firmly. Results are guests. Faith is family. I will teach you to steward what you can and surrender what you cannot. Open hands for assignment. Open hands for release. Control is a poor pillow. Peace sleeps where trust keeps watch. I am not asking you to pretend the mountain is small. I am asking you to notice who stands with you at its base. The same voice that sketched Orion and named the oceans also calls you by your name. Mountains move when mustard seeds say yes to me. They move by centimeters and by centuries. Either way, they move at my command. Your job is not to push rock. It is to stay rooted. You worry about time. You thought you would be further by now. Hear me. There is no late with the one who holds eternity. I do more with surrendered minutes than you can do with anxious years. Keep believing in slow miracles, the kind that take months to grow and then appear overnight to those who are not watching. You are watching. Good. Forgive yourself for the detours. Forgive the version of you who made the best decision they could with the light they had. I do not scorn the apprentice for not being the master. I celebrate the apprentice for returning to the studio. Keep believing that I can use every brushstroke, even the ones you would sand away, to build a life that looks like grace. Let your prayers become simple enough to repeat on tired days. Try this. Here I am. This is all of me. Teach me to trust you here. Simplicity is not laziness. It is clarity. It gives your soul a handle to hold when the current quickens. When the accusing voice speaks, answer it with history. Remember the debt I canceled, the habit I loosened, the friendship I restored, the night I sat with you until fear lost its language. Tell your accuser the truth. I am not who I was, and even who I was loved. Keep believing because love has a longer memory than shame. Dream again. Not the grand parade of applause, but the honest vision that matches your design. Ask me for a future that serves others without draining your soul. Ask for sustainable courage, for creative stamina, for wisdom that keeps pace with open doors. I delight to give such gifts. They do not spoil the heart, they strengthen it. Some days you will feel the tide of certainty. Other days you will carry faith like a candle cupped against the wind. Both count. I do not grade you on lumens. I walk with you in both weathers. Keep believing when your hands are full of light, and keep believing when they are full of smoke. I am the steady one. When morning comes, you will find mercy ready like bread still warm. The path may not be shorter, but your stride will be easier. You will notice doors you missed yesterday and strength you did not have the night before. This is how I keep promises. Quietly, consistently, honestly. And if the day brings setback, do not panic. Faith learns the art of beginning again. It ties its shoes, it writes the next sentence. It calls the mentor, it forgives the comment. It steps back into community. Keep believing, not because you are stubborn, but because I am steadfast. My faithfulness is the floor beneath your feet. I am not tired of you. Read those words again until they find the old room where shame hides. I am not tired of you. I am not comparing your journey to theirs. I am not setting traps to see if you will fail. I am walking with you, teaching you to hear the unhurried rhythm of grace. You are more than your metrics. You belong to me. Lift your chin. Uncurl your hands. Take the next true step. I will be in the step after that too. Keep believing, even if believing tonight looks like resting. Like letting tears have their say without giving them the pen. Like letting laughter return without asking it to justify itself. Keep believing, because every yes you give me becomes a doorway for someone else to walk through hope. Listen, beloved. I am here, steady as the North Star and near as your next breath. What I began in you I will complete. What I promised I will perform. Trust the slow wonder. Trust the quiet rescue. Trust the God who writes straight with lines that look crooked from the ground. Keep believing, and watch how morning finds you stronger than night expected.